Very good morning to all of you. This is Shweta Gandhi live again with you people, and I am from IELTS Group, an IELTS trainer here. Well, today this is actually a great day for us because many people are going from here for IELTS examination, and they are having their confidence with them that they will get the desired bands, whatever they want, just because of the strategies that we are providing them. So this is we feel good somewhere that people really appreciate us because of the things and because we are helping them to get the desired bands. So every Saturday we come with the IELTS modules, with sometimes listening module and the basic types of questions in the listening part, sometimes the reading part, sometimes for writing, many times in fact I can say for writing and for speaking also. Today's session is somewhere different from the other parts because in between the sessions we have taken grammar also. We have taken the parts of grammar, for example subject verb agreement, for example simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence. Every time we have taken something different which help you out to improve the things, to help you out with the various factors, whatever they're important for the IELTS exam. But in today's thing, I am going to give you a very good thing today, and that is nothing but the importance and the how to add punctuations. Now punctuations, when you see, it looks like it is nothing. If we are not adding, that's fine, we can add our desired bands, we can have the things, but no, it is not. If you are not adding the punctuations, do you think that you will get your desired bands? I don't think so, because punctuations matter a lot. What happens in the punctuations, well, if I'm saying don't stop without any mark, don't stop. So what is that don't stop? Means you need to run, you need to do whatever you want. And in the next part, if I'm saying don't, comma, stop, it means you need to stop, right? Don't do this, now you need to stop. It means that it matters a lot. Yes, so whenever you are speaking, whenever you are writing, whenever specifically you are writing, you need to put punctuation, whether it's a form of comma, it's a form of question mark, exclamatory mark, semicolon, colon, etc. You need to add. But when it comes of speaking, you need to give a pause. You need to create that pause. And what pauses are? Anything like comma. Okay, so for example, if I'm telling you something like, for example, if you want to do this, if you want to crack your IELTS exam, now this is a pause I am taking after. If you want to take your IELTS exam, you need to work hard. Now what I'm doing, whenever I feel that I need to give a pause, I need to give a comma to my sentence, I have to add a comma after that, or in the speaking I need to stop myself for just a second or half a second, so that it shows to the examiner how proper modulation you have in your voice, how proper intonations you have in your voice. This is very important. So let's begin with the first part of the today's session, that is punctuation. Punctuation is nothing but I can say it is the part of the writing. If you are writing very good, but if you're not understanding the way how commas and punctuations are needed to be put there, you will not get the things, because it is an art of writing. If you are writing properly with proper things, where the examiner will cut your marks, I do not know, right? So in this entire proper FB live session, today I'll let you know the importance of apostrophe also, exclamatory, question mark, colon, and moreover semicolon. In spite of this, I'll also let you know what conjunctive adverbs are. Okay, so let's begin with our first part and let's start. Okay, so let's have the introductory portion of this. What is punctuation and types of punctuation? So you can see that there are many types of punctuations you can find. The first type of punctuation is full stop. It shows now the table below lists the type of punctuation used in English, and it shows what each punctuation mark looks like and explains the purpose in a sentence. So let's see. Full stop is called a period in the US, and the full stop marks the end of the sentence. Okay, so when in terms of American English, you can say that full stop is nothing but a period, but in British English we call it full stop. Everybody knows what full stop is, so without waiting time, let's go to the other part, comma. Now a comma has two purposes. It can break up a sentence with a short pause between phrases and clauses, or be used to separate items in a list. Okay, so I'll let you know, because the importance of this part is, you know, when you add comma, so either you can add in a multiple way. The first way is you can add by separating the items in the list, or second, you can have commas in the phrases or in the complex sentences when you feel that you need to take a pause after every sentence. Like I told you, like if you want to get desired bands, comma, you need to score good, or you need to work hard. Okay, next, what is question mark? Again, everybody knows this ends a sentence with that is a question. Whatever question you are asking, it is nothing but the question part. Then the next part is exclamatory mark. It is nothing but a feeling. It is a feeling, whether you're happy, you're just giving me the information, you're just giving me or letting me know that yes, you're happy. I'm so happy today. It's a beautiful painting. Whatever feeling you are showing, whether it is a kind of annoying, whether you're surprised, whether you're angry, whatever you feel, the exclamatory mark will help you out in order to show the examiner that yes, what feeling you are having. The next is colon. Two uses for a colon. It is used to introduce a list, a quotation, or sometimes speech. Okay, so two uses for colon. It is used to introduce a list, quotation, or sometimes speech. Here it suggests the speech is more important than usual, or it can be used to show that the second clause of sentence follows or explains. Well, seriously, I will not let you know right now what is the importance of colon, because this is just a kind of language that you are reading. But when in terms of practice, when you are coming to when you are coming to exactly looking for the examples, I'll let you know how the colon will work there in your sentence. And semicolon too. Okay, so just read whatever it is written there. A semicolon can be used in two ways. It separates item in a list where each item is made up of several words. More complicatedly, it works to show a pause in a sentence, which is greater than comma but less than a full stop. It is so bookish language. Rather than focusing on this, let's start with the example. And the last but not the least, apostrophe. Apostrophe, everybody knows, this is the possessive thing. When you are adding, when you are giving the possession, when you want something that this is mine, or this is him, or this is his, or this is her, so you can say these are two unrelated apostrophes. The possessive apostrophe demonstrates when one noun belongs to another. Okay, so without wasting time, let's go with the other things. Now you'll be able to see. I just want you to understand that these are different types of punctuations we have, and trust me, this will be going to be the best session of the today's day of mine, because I am at my full energy. And moreover, the punctuations, it is very, very important for everybody. So I want you to understand the thing that yes, it is important, and you need to understand it in a very, very fair manner. Okay, so let's begin with the first part. Period. The period is also called full stop in England, and you can say it also declares the end of the sentence, right? So you can see example. See, Alex was a little boy when he first saw a person dying. He was so shocked and panicked that he couldn't sleep for several days. Now you can see that after dying, you have a full stop. Alex was a little boy when he first saw a person dying. Full stop. He was so shocked and panicked that he couldn't sleep for several days. Full stop. Means a complete sentence. You need not to find out the other information. That is it. That is only the period, or I can say a full stop. Okay. The second use of full stop is abbreviation. You can use this in abbreviation. Same in a small. You can have the sentence, or the words in the small form. So saint, it's sent. Exempligratia, it's example. Nota bene is NB. When you're getting NB in your reading IELTS, you'll get NB. Whenever in the instructions you are getting NB, it means that process or that instruction, it is must to be followed. Specifically NB you'll be getting in the reading part, when the instruction is you can use your answer more than once, or you can use the letter more than once. So this is how it is working. Okay, so basically period is used to give the short forms to the words, or it is helping in completing a sentence. Now let's see, the next part is terminal punctuation. Now what is terminal punctuation? Whenever it is, terminal is nothing but the ending of the sentence. Okay, so terminal punctuation is used to it is of basically two ways we can say. Terminal is ending. Okay, so the period is used to mark two types of endings. The first is declarative sentences, and the second one is imperative sentences. Now, declarative sentence means when you're declaring something, means you're giving information about something. For example, I teach English. It gives you information about my way of, or what I'm saying to you. And we had pizza for dinner last night. Whatever declarative means, providing information. So this is the terminal part. And the second part is also called imperative sentence. That is commands or requests. So please don't feed the animals. Let me know what time your flight arrives. If it rains tomorrow, bring your umbrella. So what is this? This is particularly imperative, and imperative means in the sentences which are giving you a sense of order and command. Okay, please, or I can say let me know, or if it rains, bring your umbrella. It's a kind of suggestion. So please make sure that the periods we can use in the two forms, declarative and imperative. The next one is terminal punctuation. The third is exclamation mark. See, everybody knows this, that what full stop is and what type of the things declarative or imperatives are. But exclamatory is somewhere every general student who are preparing for their PR. If you have informal letter, it is very, very much important for you guys to write one exclamatory sentence in your informal sentence. You can write in any way. The first is like, do you remember the place where we enjoyed a lot? Do you remember the thing? Or anything like, let's begin one more time. So this is what you are giving your feeling, you are giving your expression in the form of writing. So it's a strong emotion. So, for example, if you're simply saying the thing, I'm really excited about my new job, means it is showing that, you're giving me no emotions. But if you're saying, I'm really excited about my new job, that means you are showing me a great sense of emotion. And you have to add exclamatory mark there. Okay. And if you are suppose angry, so you need to say, if you come to work late tomorrow, you're fired. Rather than saying, if you come to work late tomorrow, you are fired. This is not the way to speak. You need to add emotions in your sentences. Therefore, exclamation is required. If you come to work late tomorrow, you are fired. So general students who are preparing for PR, please be sure that whenever you are getting informal writing, use exclamatory mark. Johnny, don't play with your food. This is again a sign where you are imposing a certain strictness to someone. Johnny, don't play with your food. Ouch, you just stepped on my foot. So you can see here, ouch also is also taking exclamatory, and foot is also taking exclamatory. So it's a pain and it's a strong emotion. Wow, what a beautiful house. So you can say wow. It's again, you're adding, that particular exclamatory mark after wow, and what a beautiful house. Okay. So this is exclamatory marks, sentences particularly. Now let's come to the next part, question mark. Now question mark, when you are asking some questions to everybody or anybody and you are phrasing a question part, you can just have a look quickly and then we can move to the other part. Okay, so you will see that generally there are 5 to 6 W's and 1 H which help you to create questions like why, which, when, who, where, what. And these are the W questions which help you in making the question marks. Moreover, you can also add the questions with the help of helping verbs. For example, the first is what do you do? This is W. Then are we allowed to feed the animals? So again, this is questions. Seriously, I do not want to go into such basics because everybody knows this. This is just the way to let you know that yes, these parts also exist. So do follow this. Okay. The next part now, this is very, very, very important for you all guys. Now see, pauses. Now pauses mainly are of 3 types. The first is comma. The second one is semicolon, and the third one is colon. Okay, so let's start with the comma first. You can add comma in the varieties. You have to add the things in the varieties. So first use of comma is it separates item in a list or separate items in a list. So first is put a comma after every item except the last. Okay, put a comma after every item except the last. So you can say we need to buy milk, eggs, flour and sugar for the cake. So you can see that you are separating items in a list, and it is very much easy and everybody knows this fact that whenever you are separating items, you need to add comma. Then the next one is the car is spacious, stylish and affordable. This is just the basic use of comma, but in IELTS it is important to add comma. We'll be having the further slides also. So why don't you go to upstairs, comma, take a shower, comma, and get ready to leave. So again, you're separating the things in a sentence. So that is how it is working, separate items in a list. The next is separate words that are not part of the sentence. This is very important for again general students, whether it is formal or informal. If you know that you are writing or creating a story and you know that you have to know that these words are very important. These are sentence adverbs. Unfortunately, frankly, hopefully, sadly, these are the words you need to add in your letter writing. Okay, and these words are very, very good when you are writing in your letter part. So unfortunately, comma, he missed his flight. So what is this? Separate words that are not the part of the sentence, but here examiner is understanding that you know the thing that where to put comma and what words you can use for. Okay, and the next is for example, like frankly, I don't care whether she agrees with my decision or not. Frankly, I don't care. Okay, so here unfortunately, you can please note down these words. It's very important for you people. So the next word is hopefully. We'll have our meeting soon. Hopefully, right? Hopefully you'll be coming to my place and we'll meet up. So these are the things we can say. Then you can add comma in the form of address. You're addressing somebody. Emma, can you come here and help me with this? So here you can see you're adding comma plus question mark, right? So Emma, can you come here and help me with this? Sir, please have a seat. Ma'am, can I get you something to drink? Now this is so good. No, these are so good sentences when you write in your part. Okay. So the first thing was separating items from the list. Then the second was separate words that are not the part of the sentence. Then third one is you can add commas in the form of address. Next is when you are beginning and closing your letters, you have to give the salutation also. So you can write dear sir, comma, dear madam, comma, dear sir, madam, comma. But in American English, they put colon. So don't worry, we need to follow British English, not American one. And closing, always make sure that whenever you're greeting somebody or you're closing, please put comma after the words. It is very, very important for everybody. Okay, please put comma there. Okay, so this is the way you have to deal with the commas. Well, comma again, I suppose it's not ending, it's again. Now as you move on in my slides, you feel that level of difficulty increases. Punctuation is not simply I'm here. For that you need to give the basic simple use of comma. This slide is very, very, very important for you guys. Very important. You can see that there are 3 ways I have written however in the same sentence. And if you are showing this to the examiner, that you know that how to put comma in the varieties, you will identify that you will not stick up to 7, you will get 7+ fans. So you can see her parents wanted her to be a doctor. However, she had other plans. Now this is one type of sentence where you are putting full stop and then start your however with the capital H, and after that you are putting comma. This is first way in the normal way. Everybody writes in this form. Her parents wanted her to be a doctor. However, she had other plans. So whenever you are using however, make sure you are using in this form. The second is, her parents wanted her to be a doctor. She, however, had other plans. You can see I have shifted however to the next part and the particular pronoun in the first part, and I have put 2 commas. So you can see her parents wanted her to be a doctor. She, however, had other plans. So first question in the first sentence, you can see however at the first side. The second sentence is after she, and the third part, her parents wanted her to be a doctor. She had other plans. However, see how differently it is going and how good it is going. So sometimes add however in the first part, sometimes add therefore in the second part, sometimes add for example in the third part. You'll feel the difference. This is a great book. Second example. This is a great book. In fact, it is one of the best I have ever read. In fact, okay. This is a great book. It is, in fact, one of the best I have ever read. So again you can see that I have shifted my in fact to the second position, right? I have taken my pronoun before it is and I have shifted that in the second place, in fact. And in the third sentence you can see this is a great book. It is one of the best book I have ever read. In fact, please have the sense of feeling or the comma where you are putting in. So you can see that in the first sentence you are starting your in fact or however after full stop, okay, and with a capital letter, and after that you are putting comma. But in the second sentence you can see that you are starting the after full stop you are starting she with the capital, but after that you are putting comma, and again however is in the small letter. And then after third you can see again however, but in the second part is very, very good and excellent, where you can say that she comma however comma. It's very good, okay. I'm focusing on this today because of the thing that many people wanted me to do this, because punctuations are somewhere the part where everybody cannot get the proper holding. Okay, so this is of course it's very important, and the way of writing must be in this way, so it will be very, very fruitful for you to get the bands. Okay, so the next one is, again, this comma can be used in complex sentences. This comma can be used in complex sentences. You can see that dependent clause plus independent clause is equals to complete sentence, and this type of sentence is called complex sentence. Just have a look for a second, and if you have any query, just post your comments in the comment box so that all the things will be solved. Read it and understand the thing. See, complex sentences means when you are starting your sentence with the dependent part. And what is dependent? If you see that first sentence is, even though he arrived late, this is not a complete one. So complete sentence means it is itself having one subject and one verb, but that's it, and it is giving you a full meaning. But when you are seeing here the first part, even though is making my sentence incomplete. Even though he arrived late, so what? Even though he arrived late, now comma, he did not apologize. So you can see that this comma, after this comma, you are adding independent clause. Okay, and this is how complex sentence work. If you are adding complex sentences, it is very important to add comma also. If you are not, you will lose your bands. Next, while the number of people going to Japan increased, while means the things happening at the same time. While the number of people going to Japan increased, the number going to UK decreased. Right? Again, it's a contradictory. Next, while space exploration is important, I believe that we should focus on world hunger because it is a problem we can fix. Okay? So ultimately what is happening here, whenever you are writing your thesis statement in your writing task, always try to write the sentences in the complex sentence, give your opinion in the complex part, in the complex way, and add comma whenever you are adding complex. This is how punctuation works, and this is how you'll be getting good bands. The next one is, whenever you are angry, comma, you should take a deep breath even though you don't want to. So you can see after comma, whatever the sentence is there, it is all complete sentence. But before comma, you can see dependent clause. So whenever you want to add dependent and independent together, you need to add comma. Okay, so the next is independent. Now if whatever you are doing here in the sentences, this is nothing but a compound sentence. Compound sentence means when two independent sentences joining together with the help of some words such as and, but, or, so, for, and nor. Okay, so these are the words you are adding in between two independent clauses. Two independent clause means nothing, two independent sentence. Two independent sentence with the same relation. Okay, let's have the example. They offered him a promotion. This is independent. He accepted it immediately. This is independent. But when you're joining together, you are using and make sure you have to put comma before and. When two independent sentences are joining together with certain words, you need to put comma before that word, before that conjunction, and give a slight space and then start and. See, you can see in the slide also that comma and then a slight space and then and. Okay, so they offered him a promotion and he accepted it immediately. I waited for the doctor for over 2 hours. Again, this is independent. I waited for the doctor for over 2 hours, but she never come. But she never come. So you can see that two independent sentences are there with but. We can go out for dinner, or we can just order in some Chinese. They've never been to Vietnam, so they are going there on vacation. Okay, so this is particularly a compound sentence. A compound sentence means when two independent sentences joining together with the help of fanboys, and you need to put comma before fanboys for, and, but, or, nor, so, yet. Okay. The next part is essential adjective clauses where no comma, and non-essential adjective clauses where you need to put comma. Essential adjective clauses means when you feel that the information in the sentence, or when the descriptive information in the sentence is necessary. If it is necessary in the sentence, don't put comma. And if it is not necessary in the sentence, put comma, because it shows that you are adding it as it is non-essential. Okay, so let's have the first example. The man. Now, for example, if I leave this particular underlined words, what is this? The man is coming back for it. For what? I'm not getting my answer. So if I'm writing, the man who left his wallet here is coming back for it. So here it makes sense, and you feel that the information is complete because the man who left wallet, he is coming. So information is essential. So you need to not to put any comma. But when you find the same, you can come to the right side and you just read the first example of non-essential adjective clause. You feel that Lisa is my best friend. Finish. Right? Lisa is my best friend. If it is essential. Now, non-essential means you are giving, okay, for example, if I'm not using these underlined words, does it make sense to me? Lisa is my best friend. Yes, it is making sense, right? But if I'm saying Lisa, who takes volley with John, is my best friend. Now here, who takes volley with John is my best friend. Now, if I am adding this information, I or anybody can feel that this information is non-essential. The underlined sentence is not important to be a part of it, right? So it is non-essential for us to know that Lisa is doing this. Simply, if I'm telling you Lisa is my best friend, whatever she is doing, it's fine. And it is not important to add in the information. The second example for essential adjective clauses is, I do not remember the day that my cousin was born. I do not remember the day. Which day? That my cousin was born. Right? So it's essential us to know which man. Next, your example, I won first prize. That's it. It's enough. I won first prize. Is it necessary to give me the information that which was a blue ribbon? Not essential. That which type. It is okay with me that I won first prize. But if you are adding something which was a blue ribbon, means it is extra information. So extra information always takes comma with it. Okay. Let's come to the third examples of both the part. The time when I go to bed changes in the summer. The time when I go to bed changes in the summer. But here you can see the third example. My grandfather who lives on a farm said he would teach me to ride a horse. If you can directly write this, my grandfather said he would teach me how to ride a horse. It's fine. But see, here again, if you are adding non-essential clause in the mid part, so you need to add commas on the both part. My grandfather, comma, who lives on a farm, comma, said he would teach me to ride a horse. Okay. The next is, I want the dog that is black and white. It is essential which dog you want. But when it comes to the fourth sentence of the right side, the school library is my favorite place in the school. It's fine. It's not necessary to give me the information which you're giving. It's non-essential, which is next to the cafeteria. And add comma on both sides. And fifth, Mary, whose mom is a nurse, sits behind me in class. So I hope you are getting the things very well and how you can put the things in an order. Now, let's come to the next part, pauses. And pauses means semicolon. Now, semicolon is used to combine closely related sentences. Okay, closely. Semicolon is nothing, but if you are adding two independent sentences together with the help of fanboys, the compound sentence that we studied, what you can do that, except that, if replacing that fanboy structure, you can add semicolon. I'm giving you the example. Let's see. For example, I want to see a movie with my wife. I went to see a movie with my wife. I thought it was amazing. She thought it was terrible. But when you write in a simple connecting form, you will write, I thought it was amazing, but she thought it was terrible. So here you used compound sentence. But you can see that in the next sentence, but is replaced with semicolon. And this is the best thing. I thought it was amazing, she thought it was terrible, with a semicolon. So compound sentence, when you're using your fanboy structure for and nor yet but so with comma, you can replace that fanboy structure with semicolon. And this is the best part I teach my students. Okay, so this is the first use of semicolon, and it is semicolon is nothing but the addition of two independent sentences, closely independent sentence together. Okay, so first structure is you are giving the things, you are giving two independent sentences in the form of fanboys, and you are adding semicolon, replacing them. The second use of semicolon is to combine closely related sentence in the conjunctive adverbs. Now this is again an important part. Her parents wanted her to be a doctor, however she had other plans. Her parents wanted her to be a doctor, however she had other plans. Now you can see that this thing we had already studied, that the use of however. The first use was her parents wanted her to be a doctor, however. And the second example that we studied in our previous slides was her parents wanted her to be a doctor, she however had other plans. And the third was her parents wanted her to be a doctor, she had other plans, however. Remember the previous slide that we have done this thing. And the fourth way we can write in the conjunctive adverb form, it is nothing but when you are joining the sentence, the two independent sentence with these words, what you can do, you can add semicolon before it, before the main conjunction, and after that you need to add comma. This is the best way to add conjunctive adverb, and you need to show this in your writing part. It is very, very, very important. Whenever you are saying, like some people believe that internet is good for the society, while others believe that it is not good. Discuss both views and give your opinion. So what do you think, that these two things are contradictory? So in place of while, you can use however. So you can use in this form. Her parents wanted some people believe that e-technology is good for the society or is beneficial for the society, however others believe. Now when you're adding however, you can add semicolon before however and comma after however. This is how conjunctive adverbs work. Okay, next example. This is a great book. In fact, it is one of the best I have ever read. So what is this? This is the best book, in fact. Now see, what is this? The first is, in fact, it is one of the best. So in this way first you can write, or the second way of writing in this way. Okay, the same thing that we have done with the however part. Right? Okay, so let's come to the next part, and the next part is saying colon exam. Colon. What is colon is? What does colon means? Colon meaning, the meaning of colon introduces information after an independent clause. See, the important thing is whenever you are adding semicolon, it is very much important that the word or the punctuation you are using as semicolon, before that you should have your independent sentence. Okay, independent sentence, and you need to list the things, right? For example, Denny's seafood restaurant specializes in 4 items. Denny's seafood restaurant specializes in 4 items. Or you can directly say Denny's seafood restaurant specializes in prawn, shrimp, crab and lobster. But rather than if you want to make a list of it, you can write in this form. Denny's seafood restaurant specializes in 4 items. Prawn, shrimp, crab. This shows that you know the use of semicolon. Okay. Whenever you drive, you must do the following. Again, there's a list. You can say whenever you drive, you must wear your seat belt. You can directly say you must do the following: colon, wear your seat belt and keep your eyes on the road, etc. Okay. Whenever you drive, you must do the following: seat belt, obey traffic laws, and keep your eyes on the road. Okay. The next one is apostrophe. An apostrophe indicates possession and exclusion of letters and contractions. So contraction is important in the informal letter. So whenever you are writing informal letter, try to use apostrophes as much as possible. It shows that the examiner understands that you know the important use of apostrophe also. Okay, and the next is you can have the examples also. The next, they are going to Canada. So rather than writing complete ARE, you can see that they are going to Canada. The pronunciation must be like this: they are going to Canada. Okay, I'm not going. I am. It's not I am, it's am. I am not going. Robert's watch. Someone's glasses. Means it shows possession. Apostrophe is nothing but it shows possession to a thing. John's pen. Team's scores. Trees leaves. So these is nothing but the possessive pronoun. Okay. So apostrophe. And the next one is again a short way of going with the thing. Conjunctive adverb list. This is again I have made a separate slide because I feel that conjunctive adverbs are very important. So conjunctive adverb list, please note down these words, and whenever you are using it in your writing part, always try to use with such commas and all, because this will give you your desired scores, trust me. So conjunctive adverbs, these are the words: accordingly, additionally, also. So basically there are 2 types of additionally. The first additionally is when you are adding one thought, completing it, and then you are adding second thought and you are adding a connector or linker additionally. But what happens when you are writing one statement, also this is this. So additionally, this is this. So if you are just writing an independent sentence and connecting with additionally and then again independent sentence, add conjunctive adverb. And what is the formula of conjunctive adverb? You can add one independent sentence, then conjunctive adverb word, but before that word add semicolon, after that word add comma. Examples you can see: you must do your homework, otherwise you might get a bad grade. You can see otherwise before semicolon, after comma. It's very important to give a slight space after punctuation. Any punctuation. You can see that after semicolon there is a slight space. After comma there is a slight space. Okay. I won't be attending the show. Therefore, I have an extra ticket for anyone that can use it. So you can just have a look on the semicolon versions. You can see that how important it is. So conjunctive adverb is nothing but the use of semicolon with comma, and with a good way. This helps examiner to understand that yes, you have different range and accuracy. Moreover, if you are not putting comma at an appropriate place, your marks will be deducted. So make sure that if you want 7 bands, if you're working for 7 plus 8 bands, work on this thing also in an appropriate manner. Okay. Amy practiced the piano Meanwhile, her brother practiced the violin. Amy practiced the piano. Meanwhile, her brother practiced the violin. So, meanwhile is again two independent sentences joining together. Okay. So, done. Then Marion needed to be home early. As such, she left work at 3 p.m. Yes, as such, she left work at 3 p.m. So, this is the way, guys, you need to go. You need to be very alert. You need to be very understanding in this part. That whenever you are using such things, whenever you are having such things, please make sure that if it is required, add comma. If it is not required, do not add comma. If it is essential clause, no need. If it is non-essential clause, it has to be. The use of colon, it's independent sentence giving the list. The use of semicolon, conjunctive adverbs, and replacing the fanboys, question mark, exclamatory sentence. This is nothing but gives a range to the writing part. Okay, so I hope this video is very much important and fruitful for you, because I hope this sounds good, that whenever you are reading or whenever you're listening to this again, you feel that yes, somewhere it is helping you out in order to have your desired marks. Okay, any other thing, if you have, please let us know where you want us to go with, because this was the query from student, that you should take your punctuations, you should take that that particular module of punctuations, because everybody is fumbled with the use of this, how to go with it, how the importance of use of semicolon. Semicolon is very important, I feel. Okay, and if it is working for my students, so it's working for you also, right? So it's nothing but the simple use of independent sentences, that's it. Any other thing, if you have, just let us know, comment there, so we can feel that what other modules you want. I hope the session was fruitful for you, and we'll be coming back with more sessions. Okay, till the time, thank you a lot.